Hello everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's MTPredictor video, I'd like to look at a W3 or Wave 3 trade setup that unfolded yesterday on a 5-minute chart of the DAX. But as usual, we have to start with our risk disclaimer and just remind you that all examples in these videos should be considered as hypothetical. No trades are actually taken, they're just shown for illustration and training purposes only. Remind you there's a risk of loss in trading and investing. Put another way, all professional traders know and understand, but more importantly accept that losses can and will and do unfold. It doesn't matter what trading approach you take, there always will be losing trades. Right, this is the setup I want to have a look at here on the DAX yesterday on a 5-minute chart. For those of you who are new watching these videos, I just want to explain that MTPredictor is not a black box system. We have automatic setups on the chart, you can see here, but we do not trade these mechanically or 100% of the time. The reason for this is we understand that markets are random half the time. In other words, they are basically untradeable half the time. In other words, there's no clear market pattern. So half the time you shouldn't be trading at all. So the question is then, how can you decide when the picture is clear? In other words, when the market is in a clear picture. For this we go to the higher time frame chart. The higher time frame is a time frame between 3 and 5 time frames higher. So if you're trading, say, daily stocks, you'd go out to the weekly chart. Say 4-hourly Forex, you'd go out to the daily chart. And in this case, if you're trading a 5-minute DAX, you'd go out to the 15-minute chart. So this is what we do. By the way, these are MTPredictor add-ons for NinjaTrader 8. So let's go out to the 15-minute chart and see what we do. I'll just put a bit of space on the right-hand side here, so we can hide a few bars here. So if we go forward, or go back to there, you can see here's a previous pivot high. So what you'd have done is right mouse click, done decision point, and that would then give you an area of resistance. You can see there it is on the chart. But the point being is that area is on the chart in advance. In other words, before the market even gets there, it's an area of possible resistance. So what we're looking to do is see whether the market goes up into that level, which it did. It then made a reversal at that level. In other words, the picture was becoming clear. In other words, the market was doing what you anticipate. So that's when you go down to the time frame you're trading on, in this case the 5-minute, and you see here it is. That's what it would look like. There's your 15-minute resistance. The market was going up into this level, therefore you wouldn't be looking to take these sell setups. It then hits the level, it then makes a reversal at that level. You then deem the picture is now clear. You see our MTP trend goes from black, which shows that it was in the period of making a reversal at the DP, to red. That confirms that the large trend is indeed down. You're now looking for sell setups. In other words, the picture is clear. So as it goes forward, you can see that we got to this place here where we had an automatic TS3 W3 trade setup unfold on that bar there. We now deem that the picture is clear. The large trend is down, therefore we can take trades in the short direction. So let's place the analysis on. By right mouse clicking over the red cell bar, we do analyze trade setup, and this then gives us our potential target. This is the actual DAX mini I'm looking here at the moment. So for a 20,000 account risking 2%, i.e. $400, you'd be going short 4 contracts. Let's have a look what the market did. You can see that the market then indeed declined down. It declined down right into our typical Wave 3 WPT target, where a profit of approximately 6 times the initial risk was available. We like the W3 trade setups because they are uncovering trades where we're looking to trade the Wave 3. We like the Wave 3 in Elliott wave terms because it's normally the strongest and longest in a completed 5-wave sequence. You see the market did go a little bit lower, but that doesn't matter because we're just looking to take a chunk out of the Wave 3 swing. I said at the start that losses can and will occur. That is why we use position sizing to keep our initial risk small under control. So when the losing trades come through, not if, when, the loss will be kept small, in this case 1R or 1 risk unit. But as in this example, it went down to the typical Wave 3 WPT target where a profit of 6R or 6 times the initial risk was available. So hopefully this is a good example of our W3 or Wave 3 trade setup on the 5-minute DAX from yesterday, where the the high came in beautifully at our higher time 15-minute DP resistance area, you can see. So that's where we start our sequence. Remember at the start of the video I talked about markets being random half the time. Well, this is why I developed my unique isolation approach to Elliott wave, in that we are looking to only use our Elliott wave patterns when the market pattern is clear, i.e. once it makes a reversal off the higher time frame support or resistance area. So this is where we start looking for a sequence. The initial move down will be wave 1. We then have an ABC correction into wave 2. We're then looking to trade the wave 3. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened, with a nice decline down into the typical wave 3 WPT for a profit of approximately 6 times the initial risk. So this has been a good example of our W3 or wave 3 trade setup that unfolded on a 5-minute chart of the DAX, or in this case the mini DAX, yesterday.